Good intentions, good intentions, good intentions. The power of word. The power of word. And the power word today is going to be tent. Tent. T-E-N-T. What is a tent? The English definition has two definitions. It's a collapsible shelter or fabric such as a canvas stretched and sustained by a post used for camping. That's the first definition of tent. The second definition of tent is dwelling. Dwelling. What is a dwelling? A dwelling is a home or a habitation. A dwelling also means to sit, to remain, to tarry, to return, to establish, to endure. What is a habitation? A habitation means to sojourn. It means to abide. It means to stir up. Sojourn, S-O-J-O-U-R-N, sojourn, means to be a stranger, to be in awe, to stand in awe. Tabernacle. What is a tabernacle? A tabernacle is a pavilion, a booth, a den, a royal pavilion, or a cottage. Tent. What is a tent? A tent means to be alone. A tent is nature. A tent is meditation. A tent means to commune. What does commune means? Commune means to speak, to declare, to converse, to command, to promise, to warn, to threaten, to sing. All of that was tent. And in order to understand what a tent was, you had to understand every word that I gave you. In the Bible, after the flood, Noah had 3 sons, Shem, Ham, and Japheth. 3. Those 3 were to populate the whole entire earth. Those 3 populated the universe. Those 3 were different. One of the brothers dwelled in tents. A tent is when you're seeking higher. A tent is when you're learning. A tent doesn't mean to set up and to sleep in. A tent doesn't mean to go camping. A tent means to set out on an adventure, to set out on a journey, to be a sojourner. And when you sojourn, you begin to be alone, and you begin to discover and find out everything about self. In the Bible, Jesus was in the Bible in the beginning at 13 years old. And between 13 and 33, there was nothing. What was in between of 13 and 33? It was self-discovery. He was able to discover self. We have to go into a place where we are under the pavilion. We are in the royal pavilion. And then there we get to declare. We get to threaten. We get to sing. We get to make a promise. We get to make a commandment. We get to warn. We get to converse. It is time to control your atmosphere. It is time to govern yourself. When I say self, it's time to govern your universe. What is your universe? Everything from the sole of your feet to the crown of your head is your universe. It is time to rule. It is time to dominate. And the Creator said, let us make him in our image, after our likeness, and let's give them dominion over everything that is above their head, everything that is below their feet, and everything in between all around. Your universe, your temple, your home, your dwelling place. You get to invite into your temple, into your dwelling place, whatever you want. You can invite it. It is your universe. You can say yes. You can say no. It is your universe. You can dominate the members that's in your universe. The reason I'm saying this is because we are supposed to be self-taught. Mom can't teach you. Daddy can't teach you. A teacher can't teach you. A preacher can't teach you. A doctor can't teach you. Understanding comes from within. Until you have discovery, self-discovery, then everything else is always going to be a lie. Your truth is always going to be your truth, whether it is against anyone else's say-so. I'm going to share a story, and then I'm going to say why I created this video, and then I'm going to end it. There was this place that I used to go. When I was very religious, I was seeking, right? I was seeking. And I went to this place. And there was this person, which I don't like to use that word, but I don't want to say if it was a man or woman. And they would say, have sermons, and they would say, call upon your God, your, Y-O-U-R. Call upon your God, because your God and my God is not the same. And the reason they wanted you to call upon your God is because they were walking in their higher purpose and their higher self, and you were still trying to discover who you were. If you call upon your God underneath the influence of another, and then you are under their authority, you are going to submit not only yourself but everything in you to their God. So can a God rule a God? Absolutely. So you have to be careful when you have your spiritual awakening, that you're in your tent, that you're alone, that you're unveiling your God to self and no one else. Because to the people that set in confusion, you have to be able to walk and be able to be calm, that you can say, peace, be still. You cannot wake up what's inside of you in the audience. You cannot wake up inside of you with the masses. That being said, this is my second part. The government wants to put the Bible or the 10 Commandments into schools. They're saying that the generation is out of control and they need to have some type of structure. A structure is to come inside of a tent. A structure can come inside of a home. A structure can come inside of a dwelling place. A structure don't come inside of a church, and a structure do not come inside of an institution. Because if you get instructions from an institution, you become institutionalized. If you get instruction and from a church, you get doctrinated. But if you stand alone and you go into your dwelling place, your tent, which alone by yourself, and uncover the mysteries of self, when you come out of that, you'll be able to dominate. You'll be able to rule with love and grace. I'm against anything that is against self. I am against anything that will go against empowering self. A church can't empower you. It will doctrinate you. A school will not empower you. It will institutionalize you. A tent will empower you. A tent will give you a dwelling place. A tent will give you peace. There in a tent, you will wrestle with self. In a tent, you will find and see God. In a tent, you will come out as the great I am. There is a book, TPT, Third Person Therapy, by Jasmine Morris Clovis. The book is going to be able to give you instructions and 5 easy questions on how to walk in your higher consciousness. TPT, Third Person Therapy, by Jasmine Morris Clovis. C-L-O-V as in Victor, I-S. Stay up, because we can't continue to fall.